Hello, beautiful people. Did you know somebody deems the month of August Self-Awareness Month, National Self-Awareness Month? And whoever it was, I'm going to take advantage of using it and talk about one of my favorite things. One of the most impactful things I've had happen to me in my life is to become more self-aware. So what is self-awareness? Self-awareness is the ability to be aware of one's thoughts, their intentions, their desires, and to have that awareness and move through life with that awareness, as opposed to how oftentimes we move through life so unaware of the things that excite us or upset us or motivate us or turn us off. Oftentimes we are really not as in tune to that as we could be. And when we are more in tune to that, it's a beautiful addition to our guiding light in this life. So I want to talk about 3 ways that you can become more self-aware. I'm walking my little puppy. He's not a puppy anymore, he's just small. How we can become more self-aware. So we're going to jump right into it. So self-awareness, one of the things that I've learned in my own life that has helped me with becoming more self-aware would be the opportunity to sit with myself more, to be alone more. And that can be challenging for a lot of people. Everyone doesn't like to be by themselves. This was one of the things that was a challenge for me, because what does it mean to you to be by yourself? But this was also a part of self-awareness, this idea that I really didn't like being by myself. That meant something terrible in my mind. But when we do take the time to be by ourselves, it gives us time to be quiet and just connect with self and pay attention to, when you're sitting with yourself, by yourself, what are the types of thoughts that are coming up for you? What are the types of emotions that are coming up for you? So it's sitting by yourself, but being by yourself, but more than being by yourself, sitting quietly with yourself. Because when you sit quietly with yourself, which is hard to do these days with so many distractions, sitting by yourself can help you to, it can help you to pay attention to the thoughts that come up when you're sitting by yourself. And this is a lot of information when you're sitting. Let's say you're trying to meditate. A lot of people don't like meditating because it can be hard on ourselves and feel like you don't stay focused. But I want you to know that this is common for most people. So when you're having those opportunities to sit by yourself, and it's an opportunity to not just be perfect at sitting by yourself and not being able to just quiet your thoughts. It's an opportunity to recognize the thoughts that keep coming up. What are they? What are the types of thoughts that are coming up, and what are you feeling about those thoughts? So that is one very powerful way to start having self-awareness, because it helps you to just know what's going on within you in this way. The next way that you can really get in touch with self-awareness is to think about what it is that you do desire. Oftentimes, we're doing so many things for so many people, so many things that we're told that we should do, but really not gauging what it is that we truly desire just on our own. If no one was coming around to give you their opinion about what you would want, what would you want? So that takes some time to be with your emotions and understanding what is it that you really desire without the influence of anything or anyone else. What is it that you really desire? And you can really sometimes determine that by thinking about what your values are. Like, what are your personal values? I remember I had this assignment to do with values, and there were probably 50 values on this list, which made it really hard to understand what my values were, because there were so many things on that list that I felt were important. But it takes effort to say, I'm going to narrow 50 things down to the 5 most important things. And that can give you some awareness to what is really important to you. And once you know those values, really looking at your life and saying, am I living in these, or are there things that I'm doing that are very opposite of what I say I value? One of the things that was also really helpful for me in the process of understanding my values was to talk to people that I really trusted, just a few people that I really trusted, and asking them what did they think I valued. Because oftentimes you're in some way you're living out your values in the way that you carry yourself, even if you're not honoring it completely. And so people can tend to, who really know you, can tend to see that and help to give you the insight as you're searching for those answers. And what is the third way that you can be more self-aware? I think that this has been so important for me, and I've seen it be important for other people, is to have a level of curiosity. And we usually do have some curiosity, but oftentimes our curiosity is about what other people think, what will other people think, how are other people doing, what does the world say, what does my religion say, what does my community say, or what does my family think? But when we're talking about curiosity in this sense, it is the umbrella for so much of self-awareness. It is curiosity about who it is that you are, being curious about you. Because once you take on this road to be curious about yourself, then you're going to start paying attention to more of the subtle things in your life and within you. What is it that makes you tick? But what is it that makes you smile? What is it that makes you feel comforted? What is it that when you blow up or you're really upset at someone, why did that make you so upset? Where is it coming from? When something really, really hurts you and it's a challenge to get over, what is at the root of that is so important to you? It'll take you back to possibly your values when you're really searching and navigating that. So one of the ways that I really started studying myself initially was utilizing learning about different herbal teas or different herbs. And it was so powerful because in the process of learning about those herbs, I would, work with one herb with myself for a week, and I would pay attention to how I was feeling physically before I started the herb, and then what changed with that. I would also pay attention to how I felt, how were my thoughts possibly different? Upon starting these herbs and as I used them, and then what did I feel emotionally and spiritually? How did that shift? And I always noticed that there were shifts. And the thing is that often that starts out subtly. And so when I was learning about these herbs, it took more intentional attention to be curious about me. It wasn't just slowing down and say, pay attention. It was the quest and the curiosity of how is this? Does this really work? And how is this working? So oftentimes when I would find that these things worked, it worked because I was able to pay attention to the subtle things that tend to lead to the larger things. So that is what I've come to know. I wanted to share that with you. I encourage you to like this video, subscribe to this channel so that you can get more information on a holistic quest to mental wellness and an overall wellness, a holistic type of wellness. My name is Crystal Turner. I am a psychiatric nurse practitioner who has gone holistic because I know to be whole is to be healed. Have a beautiful day, you all.